Hey guys, Nate, 2 Shades Darker, checking in with you again. It is a beautiful Wednesday, and we're here to talk about some topics. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just stumble through some stuff as usual, but either way, it's going to be interesting for moi. That's all that matters. Me. Me. That's why it's just me. It's not that no one likes me. Wait, maybe that is what it is. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, we're gonna dive right in today so I don't waste anyone's time. We're gonna get right to the important stuff. And I think we know what that is. The important stuff is fishing. We're gonna talk about fishing for 2 seconds. Dude, the boat's been incredible. I've been out on it. I've been killing it. We've been fishing. And really, out there is the most at peace and the best I feel. It is amazing having the kids out there, the wife, my friends sometimes. It's really cool. Even if you don't catch anything, you just have a good time. We cooked some steaks on the boat the other day. It was amazing. Like steaks on a boat and asparagus. Steaks and asparagus. It was great. It was great. It was really great, actually. Yeah. But everybody can't have a good time. And it's called 2 Shades Darker. It's not because I'm black. It's because we like to maybe tackle things that are something everybody doesn't want to talk about all the time, and I don't care, and I'm going to say it to you the way that I feel or think about it. So we're going to talk about Russia really quick. I'm going to go backwards this time. I usually do that last for some reason. Russia, Ukraine. Yes, we're still having this war. It seems as if it's almost at stalemate level. I'm not sure, but not really, because Russia could just wipe them out with like a nuke or other wild weapons that we don't want to see used. We don't want to see more torture. We don't want to see some of the weird chemical weapons that can be used busted out, because that will, it's toxic Avenger status. We don't need that. So we're scared of the nukes. We're scared of a lot of that stuff. But, I got to give the props to these people. They're still fighting hardcore in the streets, and they've got the resolve. And we're giving them a ton of weapons, so is everyone else. We're giving them really, and when I say cool, I'm a dude. It go back to my kid brain when we talk about these things. Of course, they're weapons of war, and what happens to people, it's disgusting, it's crazy. But the technology and that kind of stuff is what really is amazing, and we're giving them some cool stuff. They're getting everything except for what we're concerned that would go into Russia. We just don't want to actually go into Russia, which would be an act of war, even though we're already at an act of war. Americans have been captured. I think a Brit has been killed. Maybe more. I could be wrong. I know some people have been killed, and I know the Americans have been captured. So if they are executed or anything like that, that is a wrap. We have to do something. And, as we've said before here, we don't want to do that. We don't want to go in there. That's going to be one kerfuffle. And to be honest, they're just going to launch a whole bunch of shit. China's going to get involved, and China's already being weird as hell. They're launching a new aircraft carrier. They've got a new one that is bigger, rivals ours, supposedly with better technology. They're crazy over there right now. They're doing big military things in order to solidify themselves so nobody can go step on them. They're going to do the whole Taiwan thing. They don't care. They don't care either. Speaking of people who don't care, the Uvalde police. Fuck them. Remember when I came out and we were talking about this last week before that? We said they're giant pussies. Well, video footage proves it. They literally hung out, did nothing. They also won't release all of the footage. We know what it shows if you won't release it. You're not going to release the footage. And it's not the footage of the kids being killed. No one needs to see that. It's sickening. And they also shouldn't have been dead. But you definitely shouldn't have been all masked up. Shields, big guns, dogs, tank things. And you don't go into a room. You don't use the keys to get in. You don't even try the doorknob. And then you deny the video to people when we're asking for it. The governor's even saying, we don't need to handle the video. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Everyone should be fired and arrested. You should almost be arrested. 19 children? You should be arrested. You did nothing. You stood there. And there's proof. And it will come out. So, I mean, honestly, the president, if he was being a president, which he's fucking not, he should come out and he should go, guys, hand the video over now. Now. Sorry if it's embarrassing. Doesn't matter. It's got to be seen. We need to know, and people need to be held accountable. Parents are mourning. Community is mourning. Dead children are being buried. Sick. Someone needs to be held accountable, and not the little teenage jackass who did it. Well, I mean, he should be held accountable too, but I mean, something has to shake from the people who are sworn to do something who did nothing. They did nothing. Cheers. Can't believe the government's covering that up too. And that's not a conspiracy. That's what they're doing. Well, I guess that kind of brings us not weirdly, to guns. I love guns. I like them. I enjoy them. I don't have a problem with them. I have a problem, and I know this sounds silly, guns don't kill people, people kill people. Yep, you're right. What I've noticed, and I'm sure you have, unless you're under a damn rock or a liar, is that things have changed in the last 20 years, 30 years. Boop, boop, boop. People's brains have changed. We are not the same humans we were. We are evolving in a weird way. Some of us are. Maybe we is the wrong pejorative. Something has to give. I think we need, if you're going to go get a gun, if you're going to go get guns from now on, especially if you're a young person, a first-time buyer also, psychiatric evaluation. I have no problem with it. I'm going to get big thumbs downs from people. Man, you don't want them in your health, and you don't want big government up here. Shut the fuck up. I don't want dead children. I don't want dead adults. I'm fucking sick of this. Somebody's cracked. We've tipped the scales. It's over. Something's amiss. Humpty Dumpty has fallen off. We need to put him back together again. So we're going to need all the king's horses and all the king's men. Weird. We're going to need to know what you're thinking. And if you break down sobbing to a psychiatrist because people are making fun of you at school, maybe you shouldn't have an assault rifle or a gun or a .22 or maybe a slingshot, for Christ's sake. I don't know. If you're a scary person, and we know who these people are, you know who I mean, you know what I mean. Of course, you know, it's like the thing that, I can't remember who said it, but they said, what is pornography? And he said, or how do you define pornography? And he said, I don't know how to define it, but I know it when I see it. And that is the same thing. You know what I'm saying, and you can see it. Something has to give. Doesn't mean everybody's got to give up guns, but we've got to do something, man. If people are mentally unstable, do you want them running around with a gun? Do you want a guy who can just get mad and worked up from internet rhetoric and then shows up at a church or a fucking, grocery store or the street? They're just as bad as the criminals. I mean, they are criminals, but just as bad as the thugs that a lot of, people like to talk about in the black community and Spanish community. White people love look at the thugs. Well, hey, there's thugs on both sides. I've seen a lot of thuggery. I've been to jail. I've seen it. White people aren't the nicest there either. Weird. It wasn't all the black people that were doing all the stuff. Strange. Seem to be very equal in there. Weird. A lot of it is what we're being told. A lot of it is weird. Biden can't even, quote gun knowledge, so it makes liberals who don't understand guns go crazy. Once anybody says anything about guns, the right wing starts acting like you punched them right in the nuts, and they have to fight you at the schoolyard. I mean, it's real crazy, and it's sick. I mean, on both sides, you're all fucking assholes. Why don't we just be realistic? Psychotic people are using weapons at an upticking rate to hurt people, and now it's getting to the children even more and more and more and more and more. And other places that have stricter gun laws have much less crime at this level. Of course, people still stab people. Of course, people still beat people. But if you're going to ask me if I want a gunman in a classroom or a fucking asshole with a knife guy every time. I don't want any of them, but knife guy every time. Maybe my kids will rush him. I mean, yeah. And if we have to arm our teachers, then I guess arm the teachers. But then that creates a whole other problem, like where are the guns stored and can a kid get access to it? I mean, teachers can't even keep control of their own desks a lot of times. And what's inside of the desk or whatever. I mean, they've got to go to the bathroom. Then there's a gun somewhere. There's obviously going to be the case of a teacher snapping and then using the weapon on someone or themselves, but in front of the children. Statistically, that would have to happen by just numbers alone. So there's a lot of things to think about before you just throw a whole bunch of guns in a school. Now, to be honest, does it make me feel safer? Immediately. Do I think, okay, put some military vets in there with a friggin' AR-15 and a little MP5? Absolutely. So I don't have to worry. But then that's until the time that we hear that one of them snapped and shot everybody up. They were getting sick of being made fun of. They got bullied as a grown-up by the kids, because the kids are assholes these days. Pretty ruthless. Texting about you. You never know. You never know. I do think we need the mental health, more of a mental health check. I think that should not be a problem. I'm not giantly opposed to the age limit thing. I do think it's going to suck for kids and things who like to hunt with their fathers and grandfathers. I think that does suck. And maybe there should be exceptions for pure hunting weapons, like a bolt-action rifle or a shotgun that holds 4 or something like that. I don't know. But that's 4 dead people. I mean, I don't know. But you always should be allowed to hunt. Always. So we can't start getting into that. And you should be able to defend yourself. But does that mean that at 18, when you don't even own a house, you should be able to go buy an AK with a 30-round, 50-round, I don't know. I don't think that's what the framers meant, but everything's up for interpretation. We don't know what the Bible meant, but everybody acts like they do. I definitely don't. So, that's a thing. But while we're talking about guns kill people and people kill people and violence and all this terrifying Russia, you know what else kills people? Mosquitoes. Those bastards. And you'd go, Nate, mosquitoes don't kill people. Malaria kills people. Yeah, so does Zika. So does dengue. So does the West Nile. Those are all mosquito-borne illnesses. Ticks have Lyme's disease and other things. There's the one I don't even know the name of it. You can't eat meat. Let me look it up. You can't eat meat. What is the tick disease where you can't eat meat? I mean, alpha-gal syndrome, AGS. That is sickening. In fact, that's got to be, if there's a devil, I don't believe in the devil, but if there is, that's his dude. Like that, they are friends. They hang out all the time. AGS and the devil are like this. You can't eat meat. I hate it. And I love being outside. That's crazy. So what do? You protect yourself. You prepare. Maybe do some tuckage. Do some checkage when you get home. Things like that. Maybe some sprays, even though they're really harmful to like everything else. But that is crazy. Mosquitoes kill 750,000 to 1 million people a year. Wow. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. 425,000 to 525,000 are just from malaria. And when I looked it up, most of the countries, you can just imagine where they are. It's obviously African countries. I would think South American countries where you've got the rainforests and tons of moisture in places like that. And that's actually something I think we should think about too. I mean, yes, they serve a purpose, but do you wipe them out completely too? Do we wipe guns out? Do you wipe mosquitoes out? What do you do? Because we didn't make mosquitoes. And I'm not a God guy, as I just said. If I don't believe in the devil, I don't believe in a God. But I believe that they're part of the circle, and I hate them. I mean, everyone hates them, but I hate them. I mean, I fish a lot. A lot. So, excuse me, I really think they're terrible. And if they're killing this many people, excuse me, oh my God, I'm gonna die of embarrassment. No, I'm just kidding. Then maybe we can do something. I know we do. We spray things. We release other mosquitoes to fight other mosquitoes, which is I don't know. I'm pretty sure the ones we release also bite people, but I don't know that even works because there's a lot of them, and they don't seem to be going away. So I'm anti-mosquito. That's my platform. That's my point here. I'm running for president, 2024. Down with the mosquito. That's it. And until I win the election,